what if you and your principal are just like not on the same page, not in the same chapter, not in the same book, and you're butting heads and you just feel like you're not getting along on something? It could be like not something major. Like if you have a totally broken relationship, then that is going to take some time to heal, and perhaps it's unhealable, and that sucks. But acknowledging that can be helpful because you have to know like not to keep trying in the way that you've been trying, because you're going to get the same results. Like you have to do something different. But occasionally there is going to come a time when you probably have to just kind of agree to disagree on something and move on. This has totally happened with me before, and it is super uncomfortable, especially if you have a fantastic relationship with the principal. Like that's exactly my situation. I had a fabulous relationship with this principal. We were on one-on-one name or first name basis, I should say, because, well, I think we just clicked right from the get-go, but also it turns out I had gone to high school with her husband. And so we were about the same age, and she was a woman. So it was just an easier relationship, I think, because of that. But also she's just a really awesome human. And so we worked well together. But there was a time when the PTO had done something that she didn't like. I think I've shared this story before, but in case you missed it, I'll just share it again. So this was in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy. So this has been quite some time ago, but we had given one particular teacher who we knew was struggling a lot because her family had moved from New Jersey because their house was, I think, damaged by the hurricane. So temporarily moved from New Jersey to Ohio to stay with her. And so the PTO had just given like a $50 Target gift card to her so she could go get just extra supplies to help her family that were staying with her, because you have extra expenses if you have more people living in your house. Well, the principal felt that that was unfair, that we gave this money to this teacher because other staff members were struggling too, and they maybe didn't want to divulge their private life or their personal life to the PTO, but she felt it was unfair to kind of bestow a gift upon a teacher without doing it equally for everybody. And I said, I understand where you're coming from, but this was like an extraordinary situation. Like Hurricane Sandy, God, we even lost power here in Ohio from it and had damages locally. I think we had like mini tornadoes or something like that. But anyway, like that was an extraordinary situation. It wasn't like something we would be doing all the time. And so I said, I understand where you're coming from. So I acknowledged, I was empathetic. And I said, but I just don't think we're going to be on the same page, and I'm not going to take the gift card back. Like, I just don't think this is going to happen again. So I don't know that this will be an issue, but if it does, I know your position and we'll take that into account. Now, I could say that to her because one, we had an existing really solid relationship, and we walked out of that conversation, that meeting. It was so uncomfortable, but we survived. Our relationship survived, and we still talk even to this day. She still loves me. I still love her, and it's all good. But it just was like, well, we're just not going to see eye to eye on that, and that's okay. You don't always have to be on the same page, and occasionally you're going to rub somebody the wrong way, and they're going to rub you the wrong way, and that's just it's going to be how it is. But you can too. You can survive that too. I just remember sitting there squirming, going, ugh. I was just trying to do something really nice for that teacher who actually she did a lot for the school above and beyond. She was usually one of the first to arrive, last to leave, and was very supportive of the PTA. So it was easy for us to support her in return. If you find yourself in that same position where you're just not agreeing with your principal, it's okay just to say respectfully, we might just have to agree to disagree on this one. I know your position, and going forward, I'll take that into account. Yeah, because there's really no way to resolve some things. Every once in a while, there's just no good resolution. You just have to go, okay, point made, moving on. So I hope that this has been super helpful for you to understand how you can better manage sticky situations with your principal or other people that are kind of in charge of you, but yet not. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.